Ungendered is a really interesting trend because it talks about something that we most of the time felt was really basic for us, right? Which is gender, the gender choice. Now, one of the trends from last year's report that totally blew up was fierce femininity. And it described this idea of women being portrayed in a very different way than we were ever used to seeing them, or an extreme of that way, right? And it described the world that we saw. And so advertisers and all sorts of communicators took advantage of that and started to share stories. And we're seeing that, right, out in the world. But then Facebook had their evolving gender status, right? And everybody here in this audience probably knows that they had at one point 50-something options, and then they added 70-something options. What's interesting to me, though, isn't the fact that they have lots of different options for gender. What's interesting is that the path from starting with 50-something gender options in a drop-down menu to then eventually making it unlimited, where you can just write in whatever you want, was a little over a year. That's how fast this has evolved. And so this whole decision tree that we often go through when it comes to deciding who to target our products to, right? What's the first question we ask? Is our target audience male or female? Then we say, okay, are they married? Do they have kids? Where do they live? What's their income? That first decision tree, what if there's no binary option? What if someone doesn't pick male or female? What does that do to the rest of that whole tree now? We have to start evaluating that. We have to start thinking about that. That's a challenge. Because we see signs of very basic things like government services, for example, that now need to adopt this. And there's multiple countries that offer a third gender option now, where you don't have to choose male or female on your passport. You can actually choose a different category, unspecified. And so the stealable idea here is, how do we reevaluate our products, our services, and our marketing to identify where we have these gender biases and start to remove them? And you're already seeing signs of this. I mean, you look at the toy industry, they're starting to remove the idea that there's an aisle for toys that are for boys and an aisle for toys that are for girls, because kids should be able to play with whatever they want. That's the new mentality.